Okay, it's quiz time. I have a question for you. Tell me what this is. If you said $1, you might be right. If you said cash, that's also right. If you said currency, that would be the most accurate representation of what this is. I want you to notice something, what it says right up here. This is a Federal Reserve note. And it's kind of funny, it's very ironic actually. The Federal Reserve is neither federal nor a reserve. There's nothing in reserve that's backing these notes. This is paper that's about 1.7 cents for the paper and ink on this. And actually, putting the ink on this paper decreases the value of the paper because you can no longer make a grocery list or a task list on it. It says here, this note is legal tender for all debts in public and private. So the definition of currency, think of the current of a river or a current of electricity. That means it has to flow. So it's a means of exchange, okay? But the value of this thing is going down. And you probably have noticed that. That's called inflation. This dollar, this currency, is buying less and less and less. Now, if you said this was money, then you were wrong! This is money. See, 1 ounce fine silver, $1. Now let me ask you something. Does this, it says $1, United States of America, $1. And this was minted this year in 2008. So let me ask you another question. Which has more value, this or this? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? I mean, this is 1 ounce of fine silver. You don't even have to know the spot price of silver to know that this is more valuable than this. It's about $15. And here's another difference. This makes a sound. It's heavy. It has intrinsic value. The only intrinsic value of this paper is, the heat that it would give off when you put it in the fireplace. So this is money. It makes a sound. It's heavy. It's durable. This is also money. These are the gold eagles. United States of America, 1 ounce of fine gold. This is the $50 denomination. This is running around $947. Now, if you can get your hands on these, then by all means do so. You don't have to have them delivered to your home, but you can have them stored for you. Or if you can get some of these are becoming more and more rare, although they were not so long ago very, very common, but they're just not available anymore. These are pretty much, you'd have a tough time getting a hold of one of these, and you'd probably pay a lot more than its spot price. Okay, here's another question. Which of these is more valuable? This or this? It's tough. It's a tough question. In my opinion, they're both $100 denominations, 100, 100. In my opinion, this is more valuable. And I'll tell you why. If you haven't played the game Cash Flow 101 by Robert Kiyosaki, you really should find somebody who has this game, or go get it yourself for you and your kids, because the value of this game is that it teaches you financial education. We don't learn about how money works, how business works, how money is made and lost in school. We just don't. Not even in college. Not really. You don't learn how to be wealthy by going to school. But through playing Cash Flow 101, you can become wealthy. Because you'll learn how to get out of the rat race and onto the fast track. The fast track, as you can see, this little mouse, a little rat, goes round and around and around and around and around and around, collecting paychecks, paying for doodads, getting presented with opportunities, around and around and around and around, until finally his passive income, money that's not, he's not trading time for, exceeds his expenses. Then he graduates to the fast track. And the fast track has a whole different set of rules. And that is where you can become truly wealthy. You can become rich in the rat race, but you become wealthy on the fast track. And I had a very unique opportunity this past weekend. I met Robert Kiyosaki's gold and silver advisor, Michael Maloney. Oops. He wrote this book, Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver. Everything you need to know to profit from precious metals now. And he signed it. To Brett, Mike Maloney. Fascinating guy. And I'm going to give you a chance to hear what he had to say. I did an exclusive interview with him and also sat in on a seminar where he was one of the presenters. Just, he had a lot to say. He's a very, very smart guy and learned a ton. And so this is why I'm telling you that right now there's something that you can do. You can change, you can trade this and this, which really has no intrinsic value, and it's not money, it's currency. Trade these for these. That's how you want to store your wealth. Right now. That's what this book is telling you. Rich Dad's Advisors, Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver by Mike Maloney. I like this stuff. This is what we're talking about. Real money, folks. That's real money. So you want to take this, as much as you've got, take this and turn it into this. You'll be far better off.
Yeah. I think that's going to give you.
Don't take my word for it.
It's going to give you better.
Do your own. Okay. Yes. One
this
thing.
Is gold, and I actually think silver is better than gold. But gold is pretty darn good too. I'm liking both.
It should be obvious what the action step is. I mean, we just kind of said that. But maybe if you could just a couple of minutes on doing your own due diligence on this. I mean, you're an expert. You've been studying this for years and years, decades. You've written a book about it.
Yeah, and in the back of my book, I give you probably every free website I know of that you can do due diligence on it, and a whole bunch of subscription newsletters.